Hey guys, Becky here, Aunt Beck's Creations. I'm going to back out just a little bit. I am not staying on long. I can't do videos right now. So I'm going to just do a quick live, let you know nothing much has changed as far as the storm and all. Everything's pretty much like it was earlier. And I just wanted to share, I want to back out some if I can get this controls to open back up for me. Hi, Irene. If I could just get to it. There we go. We want to back out a little bit. I didn't get this set up. I was trying to do this really fast. So, no, we haven't had any rain here, just some slight breezes. It's been like you've been sitting at the beach on a regular summer day here. But I do not want to stay on long because Mary starts in less than an hour. So I'm just popping on to share my Painty paper journals really quick. I've made the last one today, and I posted the prompts for how I made it on the group page, and I will put the list in exactly what I did at the bottom in the description box in just a little bit. So yeah, we're still just seeing some dark clouds roll in and then roll out and then nothing. So I'm going to just share these real quick. And I reworked the first two covers and took the fold up off from them. So, and I've redid them. So the last few will not look exactly like this one. This is the one I made like following Tanya's tutorial exactly. So I've got my Painty papers. I used my label maker and put the names here. And y'all have seen this one before. I had a little bit of a mix-up with Peg's and Kendra's papers, I think it was. But Kendra pointed out that I had the witch on the wrong ones. But I got that figured out. So these were just, I'll just do a flip like this real quick. I'm not going to do individual papers because I want to be through here. So that was the first one that I did. And then this was a dirty dozen we did together. And you can see here I took the flap off that would fold up over the top, and I just folded them in. And I don't even have a pocket on the back. I have this little tuck spots. So this has got Dawn Andres, Kathy Whitney, and Danny Coleman's papers in here. So yeah, these are turning out to be, this has been, I don't know about y'all, but this swap has been the most fun besides the quilting round robins that I've ever had. I've just been so tickled with this swap. This was another dirty dozen that we did together. And I showed it to Scott, and he was like, what does that say? So I colored it in and outlined the word. And he said, okay, I can see the create now. He said, I was wondering why you put REIT on there. So, yeah, we'll get to that one, Irene. I'm coming. This one's got Janet's, and it's got three people. Janet, Jerry, and Tanya. So this was their papers. And in this one, I think this is the one, I don't know. Yeah, this is the one I started using the mailing envelopes as well, like Mary had mentioned she was going to do. And I think where the addresses are, I'm going to go in. I've got Post-its covering them right now, but I think I'm just going to use Painty paper and cover the addresses because I got their name on it. So it's such a different mixture. All right, so the peace sign one is the one we did Wednesday, and I had orange circles, and I decided to, oh dear, refresh, Joyce. You might just need to refresh. So I went in and turned them into peace signs because I thought it went with the duct tape I decided to use, the tie-dye duct tape. I said, that just needs peace signs. So that's why that happened, plus the flowers. And so this has Lisa Conway. I just did these. Kathy Whitney and Susan Baker. So I'll just kind of flip through these. Oh, no. It's got Lisa Elaine, not Kathy Whitney. Lisa Elaine, Lisa Conway, and Susan Baker. So those are Susan's papers. She even included some elephants, I think, in there. I thought I saw an elephant. Yeah. So these are just so much fun. And Lisa Elaine had sent a great big huge piece of deli paper, and I just trimmed it down, and then the trimmed paper I used on the backs of her envelope. And she had these two little Post-its in, and I used them like little, I could do a message I didn't want to be seen right away, you know, hide it. So these are just been so much fun. And then the last one is the one I did today. And this is the last of the papers that I have received. I do not know if there's any more headed my way or not. And I'm not sure I still have you all. It looks like I'm still live. I haven't frozen, so I'm hoping y'all are still there. You might need to refresh on your end. So anyway, this is the one I made today. It's got lots of bling, lots of texture. And I used some, what's it called, glass bead gel, and I mixed it with some bronze paint to fill in some of the circles. The stamp you see here is one I hand carved. Hi, Mary Hill. I'm just showing the journals I've made with the Painty paper that's come in. Hi, Dawn. And so this is the last papers that I had to do, and I had Katie McGinnity, Mary, and Sharon Lombard are all in here. So this is the one I did today. And one of the prompts, it said, add words or quotes. So what I did is I went on Pinterest and I looked up art quotes, and I just wrote them all over this thing. Different ones. There's some by Nietzsche. There's some by Pablo Picasso, Jackson Pollock, Oscar Wilde. I know he's not an artist, but that was an artist quote. Some of them got covered up, but it's okay. So that's what I did. Lots of texture. This one turned out really cool. And I used the tape on the inside this time because I did not want to cover my quotes up. So I'll just do a quick flip. This is Katie's. This was Katie's first big swap, I think. And there's Mary's. I've included her note. And I agree with Tanya. I think Mary has figured out the jelly plate just fine. I think she's learned it, and she's doing great. So I love all these papers. These are the ones Mary sent. I took a picture and shared it, but I can't really do videos too well right now. The camera I normally use for videos is messed up, and I haven't learned to use my this camera I'm using now. I haven't learned to do videos with it yet. Scott said I can, but I just got to learn how. So anyway, and these were the stamps that Sneaky Sharon included. So I wrote in there stamps that Sharon gifted me. I love them. Thanks, Sharon. So I put them in there. They're all kitty cats. and then her papers. So I don't know about y'all, but I have had an absolute blast with this swap, and making these journals has just really, and they're all different. I've got different papers in each one because everybody did it differently. Every cover is different because they were done at different times. And I just think this is the best collection of friendship in a pile that I could ever have. And I want to thank you guys so, so much. So, hi, Kimberly Ray. Like I said, I'm not staying on because I want to try to clear out everything here. I don't know what Mary has planned tonight, but I want to get a sketchbook over here and things like that. This has been the best swap ever. I just love it. I think it was, oh, the sky's kind of creepy now. It's turned orange everywhere. That makes me worry about tornadoes, but I'm not going to think about that right now. I'm not getting any wind right now or anything. It's just sun's going down and it's lighting up the weirdness. Mary will be on at her 7:30 her time, which is Central Time. So she'll be on 8:30 here my time because I'm on the East Coast. Well, I'm so glad y'all have enjoyed this swap as much as I have. I do not know if I'm to expect any more paper, but I am absolutely thrilled with what I already have. And I'd love to do another swap like this, but I think this needs to be like a once a year or once every other year swap because I've got enough journals here to keep ideas for years, I think. But anyway, I'll back up. Let me back up real quick. I did see an idea. Peg was showing it on her channel. And Biao, I can't remember. It's spelled B-E-A, but in her country, how they say it, it's Biao. Y'all know who I'm talking about. But they swapped and stuffed envelopes. And then they created something. And Peg made a journal out of everything that she was sent. And I had just started watching Biao's video, and I haven't had a chance to watch all of it. So I want to go back. But that is something I think would be a blast. Just take one of the larger envelopes, not the little ones like we used for this, but the next size up. I think it's a 9x12. It would be a one-on-one swap. I would not expect you to mail out any more than just one. But what you could do is you could go around your supplies or your room or whatever you have. And I'm thinking do a one-on-one swap and put in papers and lace and anything that you would like to share for somebody else to create either a small journal. Like if you included some small lunch bags or envelopes, they could take that and turn it into a little journal with all the stuff they sent you. And I just think it would be a really fun swap. So y'all just give me some feedback and we might work that up to be something we do in January. Because I don't know about y'all, but I need to start working on Christmas gifts for the little kids in my family. So I need to start now because there is a lot of kids. My son was the first grandchild on my family's side. But he has a bunch of little cousins. Hi, Tanya. I was just sharing all of my Painty paper journals that I have put together. And this is the one I made today. I had to wear my brace on my left hand brace today. This has just been hurting so bad today. But I still made a journal cover. And I got Mary's papers in here. They arrived finally. She was getting worried about them. And they arrived today. And I had Sharon Lombard's and Katie McGinnity, her papers. So, yeah, this has just been a blast. And what are we going to do in January? I was just saying how we should do maybe a one-on-one swap and get one of the larger envelopes. It's like 9x12 and just stuff it. In fact, if you get a flat rate envelope, then you wouldn't end up having to pay a fortune if you got a flat rate envelope. I think a large flat rate envelope, I don't remember how much it is. I know a tiny box, the little small priority box, it's like 6 inches by 5 inches, is $7.20. I mean, we could use those little boxes if you guys want, but I think the envelopes are cheaper than the boxes. I would have to look at the website. I'll look it up and let you know. But stuff it with paper and lace and doilies and, you know, things that you think somebody could take and turn into a little journal. And we do a one-on-one swap. And when you got your envelope, you would make the journal. And I was thinking for the base, you could include like 6 envelopes, any size envelopes. They could be even just the little letter-sized envelopes. I've made journals with those. Or they could be legal size, or the 6 by whatever that we just used for these papers. Yeah, the medium box, which is big and less than $14. So either a large envelope or a medium box. Just stuff it full of stuff and mail it to your partner. And it would be a one-on-one swap, because there's no way I would expect any of us to send, you know, something crazy. And we might have to think about limiting that to staying within the United States, because that could get pricey. But we can talk about it and work it out. I don't mind shipping overseas when money's not really tight, but right now it's really tight. You know, taxes on the house and the insurance and all of that stuff seems to all come due at Christmas time, which really stinks. So that was my plan for January, and we can talk about it here. I do want to get off from here before 8 o'clock so that I can have 30 minutes to get a glass of water and set up some stuff that I can work on while I watch Mary. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. If everybody just stayed within their own country. The only problem we have is we have a couple members in Canada, so they could ship to each other. But we've got a couple members also that live in Australia, and we've got a member in Scotland. So it would be difficult for them because we only have one member in those countries. But that could all change, because anybody that has not read the swap guidelines and agreed to them by the 15th, which is tomorrow, on the 16th, I'm going to be cleaning house on the group. So there will be openings opening up for people that would really like to be there and in the swaps, because I limit my group to 130 members for my own sanity. That's the max I feel I can manage. And keep it friendly and fun. And Kimberly says, oh no, what do I do? Kimberly Ray, are you in the group already? If so, I'll just go in and tag you, and all you have to do is read the guidelines, and then in the comments below the guidelines, just put agreed, just so I know that you've read it and understand what I'm expecting of everybody. And that's it. That's all you have to do. Dawn says she'd be willing to ship overseas. There is also in the file section, there is a document that I was trying to get everybody to let me know. I'll fill in your information on the document if you just leave a comment. And one of the questions is, what state are you in? What country are you in? Will you ship to Canada? And will you ship overseas? And that way, when I'm setting up swaps and assigning people, I'll know who can ship like to Scotland and who can ship to Australia, who can ship only to Canada or the United States, that kind of thing. My group is Aunt Beck's Creations. And Kimberly Ray, if you would like to join the group, I have 2 openings right now because 2 people have already left the group. So I can get you in, but as soon as you get in the group, please read the guidelines for swapping and agree to those. And then visit the file section and, you know, add information of whatever you want. There's a document that if you leave a comment with your address, I'll add your address to it. So there's an address, mailing address file. There's a file for where you'll ship to. And I think we've got a birthday file in there too. I don't know. That's what I was saying, Dawn. That's the kind of thing I'd like to know. If it's a one-on-one swap, you could do it, but you don't want to ship overseas, you know, a bunch, like several people overseas. So I understand. I get where you're coming from, sister. All right. Thank you, Janet. Okay, guys, I'm going to get off from here, and I'll see you over at Mary's in 30 minutes or 35 minutes. She comes on pretty much promptly at 8:30 my time, Eastern time. All right? All right, Kimberly Ray. We'll see ya. And I'll see you guys over at Mary's. Thanks for watching. Thanks for the thumbs up. Bye now.